You wake up to another quiet morning. The sun is soft through your kitchen window. You stretch a little, open the fridge, and reach for what you've always believed was the key to staying healthy: your fresh vegetables. Maybe it's spinach. Maybe it's celery. Maybe you chop a little beet or kale into your morning smoothie. You smile thinking, I'm doing the right thing. I'm taking care of myself. You sit at your table, the smell of fresh greens and coffee in the air. You've worked hard all your life, and now all you want is to stay healthy enough to enjoy the years ahead, your grandkids, your peace, your freedom. But what if I told you that some of the very vegetables you've been told to eat for your heart might actually threaten it? I know it sounds strange. You've always heard, eat your greens. They're good for you. But what if your body at 60, 70, or 80 no longer reacts to those greens the same way it used to? What if one innocent-looking salad could quietly raise your blood pressure while you sleep tonight? Every single year, thousands of older adults across the world suffer what doctors call silent strokes. These aren't the big dramatic ones you see on TV. These are tiny clots, tiny bleeds, small interruptions in the brain's blood flow. Most people never feel them happen, but little by little they steal memory, balance, and clarity. And here's the most surprising part. Many of those strokes begin in the kitchen with foods we've always trusted. You see, as your body ages, your blood vessels become more delicate. Your kidneys work a little slower. Your circulation changes. The same vegetables that once nourished you may now overload your system with compounds your body can't handle like it used to. But you wouldn't know that, would you? Because nobody ever told you that spinach, yes, the same spinach that Popeye swore by, can thicken your blood if you're on certain medications. Or that beet juice, loaded with nitrates, might cause your blood pressure to swing wildly during the night. Or that kale and collard greens, rich in vitamin K, can quietly interfere with the blood thinner your doctor prescribed to protect you from clots. You see, it's not that vegetables are bad. It's that your body is different now, wiser, slower, and more sensitive. What used to heal you can now harm you if you don't adapt. And this isn't about fear. This is about awareness, your awareness. Because once you understand which vegetables are silently raising your stroke risk, you can make small, powerful changes that protect your brain, your heart, and your independence. You deserve to know the truth that no diet ad or food label will ever tell you. Because if you're over 60, your body has its own rulebook now. And the foods that once worked for you at 30 may now be quietly working against you. In this video, you're going to learn the vegetables that can increase your stroke risk overnight, and more importantly, how to eat smarter so you stay safe, strong, and clear-minded. Because this isn't about cutting out your favorite foods, it's about keeping your brain alive, your heart stable, and your life your own. So before you take another bite of that heart-healthy salad, stay with me. What you're about to hear might just save your life, or the life of someone you love. Now, let's slow down for a moment, and really talk about why the body becomes more vulnerable after 60. You see, aging doesn't happen overnight. It's quiet, gradual, almost invisible at first. But inside your body, small changes begin to add up. Changes in your blood vessels, your heart, and even how your organs handle nutrients. When you were younger, your arteries were flexible, like fresh rubber hoses. They could handle pressure. They could expand and contract freely, moving oxygen-rich blood through your body with ease. But as the years pass, those once supple walls become stiffer. Plaque begins to line the arteries, a process doctors call atherosclerosis. That means your heart now has to pump harder just to keep the same flow moving. The pressure inside your vessels rises, and with every heartbeat, the strain on your brain increases. The brain, that delicate, extraordinary organ, depends on smooth, even circulation. It needs a constant, steady stream of oxygen and nutrients. But when those arteries narrow or harden, that flow becomes uneven, sluggish. And even a tiny blockage or the rupture of one fragile vessel can lead to what doctors fear most: a stroke. This is why you'll often hear that stroke risk skyrockets after 60. It's not sudden. It's the quiet wear and tear of time. And yet, what many people don't realize is that stroke risk isn't just about age. It's about what your body is now struggling to process. Because after 60, everything, from your kidneys to your blood chemistry, changes. Your kidneys, for example, once worked like master filters. They balanced your sodium, potassium, and fluid levels perfectly. But as they age, they lose efficiency. They struggle to remove excess minerals, and that imbalance can raise your blood pressure almost overnight. And here's something else most people never think about: nitric oxide. It's a natural gas your body produces to relax blood vessels and keep them open. When you were younger, your body made plenty of it. But after 60, that production slows down drastically. The result? tighter arteries, poorer circulation, and less oxygen reaching the brain. So when you eat foods, even healthy ones, that push your system a little too far, the body simply can't balance itself like it used to. Maybe it's a vegetable rich in nitrates, which your younger body would easily convert into beneficial nitric oxide, but now, it might overstimulate your blood pressure. Maybe it's oxalates from leafy greens that once cleaned your system, but now can build up as tiny crystals, irritating your kidneys. Or maybe it's vitamin K, which keeps bones strong but can interfere with the blood-thinning medications many seniors rely on to prevent clots. Even the most innocent-looking plate of greens can become a quiet challenge for an aging body trying to stay balanced. And that's where the surprising truth begins, because some vegetables that once helped your heart may now be putting extra strain on it. You see, not all vegetables behave the same in the aging body. That's something doctors are only recently beginning to emphasize, especially for people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. The truth is, your metabolism, your hormones, and your organs all communicate differently now. The foods that once energized you can suddenly make you dizzy. The greens that once lowered your pressure can now cause it to spike. Some vegetables contain compounds that thin or thicken your blood too much, depending on what your medications are doing. Others interact quietly with prescription drugs, amplifying their effects in ways your doctor never intended. And a few, surprisingly, can even spike your blood pressure overnight when your body is supposed to be resting. Let's take nitrates for example. You've probably heard that they're good for the heart. But inside an older body, those nitrates can quickly turn into nitrites, chemicals that either drop your pressure too low or clash with medications meant to stabilize it. Then there are oxalates, found in things like spinach, beet greens, and Swiss chard. In small amounts they're harmless. But when your kidneys can't flush them efficiently anymore, they combine with calcium to form tiny crystals, irritating your kidneys and increasing stroke and heart risk through poor filtration. Vitamin K, on the other hand, plays a role in blood clotting. It's wonderful if your body handles it naturally. But if you're on blood thinners like warfarin, eating large or inconsistent amounts of vitamin K-rich vegetables, like kale, collards, or broccoli, can completely throw your medication off balance, making your blood either too thin or too thick. And then there's potassium, often praised for heart health. But in older adults with weakened kidneys, too much potassium can be dangerous. It can slow the heart's rhythm or even trigger sudden cardiac issues, which in turn raise the risk of stroke. The message here isn't that these vegetables are bad. It's that your body has changed, and so should your plate. Because the foods that healed you in your 40s may quietly hurt you in your 70s if you don't adjust. In the next few minutes, you'll see exactly which vegetables fall into this hidden risk category, and how to still enjoy your greens safely, without giving up the foods you love and without fearing every meal. Because this isn't about restriction. It's about wisdom. And when you know better, your body thanks you for it. Now that you understand why your body changes with age, let's look closely at the vegetables that can quietly tip the balance. The ones your doctor would want you to pay attention to. Because not all vegetables are created equal, especially once you cross 60. Some can boost your health when eaten carefully, but when taken too often or in large portions, they can quietly overwork your heart, kidneys, and blood vessels. Let's start with the first group, the high-nitrate vegetables. These include spinach, beets, celery, and lettuce. You might recognize these from every heart-healthy diet out there. And it's true, nitrates from these vegetables help your body produce nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels and supports blood flow. But here's where it gets tricky. In moderation, that process helps your blood pressure stay balanced. But when your body ages, or when you're taking medications for hypertension or even erectile dysfunction, your vessels don't respond the same way. Too many nitrates can lead to sudden drops or unpredictable spikes in blood pressure. It's like trying to control a faucet that's become loose over time. One turn too far and the pressure floods out of control. This is why some seniors feel dizzy or lightheaded after a seemingly healthy green smoothie. It's not dehydration or stress, it's their circulation struggling to adjust to those fast-acting compounds. Now the next group, high oxalate vegetables. These include spinach again, along with beet greens and Swiss chard. You'll notice spinach appears twice, and that's not a coincidence. Spinach is both high in nitrates and oxalates, which means your body has to work double time to handle it. Here's what happens. Oxalates bind to calcium inside your body. When your kidneys are younger and strong, they flush out those tiny calcium oxalate crystals with ease. But as you age, those filters get slower, less efficient. And what used to be harmless little crystals can now settle in the kidneys, forming small stones, straining your system, and slowly increasing your risk of high blood pressure, which in turn increases your risk of stroke. This is one of the silent ways that kidney decline connects directly to brain health. When your kidneys can't clean your blood properly, pressure rises everywhere, including the delicate vessels in your brain. Now let's move to the third group, vitamin K, rich vegetables. These are your leafy powerhouses: kale, collard greens, and broccoli. Vitamin K is an essential nutrient. It helps your blood clot when you get injured. It supports your bones. But for many seniors, especially those on blood thinners like warfarin, it can become a balancing act. Too much vitamin K or inconsistent intake can interfere with your medication's ability to thin your blood properly. That means one day your blood might be too thick, risking a clot, and another day too thin, risking a bleed. Both situations can lead to stroke. And the danger isn't always immediate. It builds over time, quietly, meal after meal. That's why doctors often tell patients on warfarin to keep their vitamin K intake consistent. It's not about cutting out greens, it's about balance, eating similar portions daily rather than swinging between none and too much. And finally, there's the fourth group, vegetables high in potassium. This includes tomatoes, potatoes, and yes, even avocados, though they're technically a fruit. Potassium is crucial for heart function. It helps maintain a steady rhythm and supports nerve signals. But if your kidneys are aging, and most kidneys after 60 are, they can't filter excess potassium out of the blood as efficiently as before. And when potassium builds up, it can cause the heart to beat irregularly, slow down, or even stop momentarily. It can create confusion, weakness, or lightheadedness that people often mistake for simple fatigue. In severe cases, that imbalance can trigger heart strain, which can lead to a stroke. Now, here's something important I want you to hear clearly: these vegetables aren't bad. They're powerful foods that serve their purpose. But your body has changed. Your metabolism, your circulation, your medication, they've all evolved with time. So the secret isn't to stop eating them. The secret is to understand them, and to eat them in a way that supports your current stage of life. Awareness is your new superpower. Because when you know how your body responds, you take back control of your health. You stop living in fear and start living with confidence and balance. Let me share a story with you. It's about a woman named Evelyn. She's 74, retired, and full of life. Every morning she'd start her day with a tall green smoothie, spinach, beetroot, and a little celery. She believed she was nourishing her heart, feeding her body the way all the magazines and doctors on TV told her to. But after a few months, something started happening. She began to feel dizzy in the mornings. Her vision blurred when she bent over. Her hands would tremble slightly when she reached for her coffee cup. She thought maybe it was just age catching up. Maybe she hadn't been sleeping well. But when she visited her doctor, the truth shocked her. Her blood pressure wasn't stable, it was swinging wildly from high to low throughout the day. The culprit? Her morning smoothie. The nitrates and oxalates in her daily greens were too much for her aging body and medications to handle. The same drink that was supposed to keep her strong was silently straining her blood vessels. Her doctor suggested a simple adjustment: switch out the spinach and beets for gentler, low-nitrate greens like romaine lettuce, cucumber, and cabbage. Within weeks, her dizziness faded. Her blood pressure leveled out. Her energy returned. Evelyn didn't have to give up her healthy routine. She just had to adjust it, not to fit a trend but to fit her age, her body, and her reality. And that's the lesson hidden in her story. Health isn't about doing more, it's about doing right for your age. You see, your body is wise. It sends signals. It tells you when something isn't sitting right, through fatigue, dizziness, or sudden changes in blood pressure. The trick is to listen before those signals turn into something more serious. So if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but something still feels off, it may not be your fault. It may simply be time to adapt. Because the goal isn't to eat more greens. The goal is to eat the right greens for the body you have today, not the one you had 30 years ago. And when you make that shift, something incredible happens. Your energy steadies, your mind feels clearer, and your body finally starts to thank you for listening. Every stroke, whether big or small, always comes down to one core issue: circulation. The health of your brain depends on how smoothly blood moves through the narrow, branching highways of your arteries. Each heartbeat pushes life through these pathways, carrying oxygen, nutrients, and strength. But when that flow becomes uneven, too thick, too thin, too pressured, or too weak, something begins to go wrong. Healthy circulation relies on three silent guardians: blood thickness, vessel strength, and pressure control. When your blood becomes too thick, often due to dehydration, high cholesterol, or too much vitamin K fluctuation, it moves sluggishly. It struggles to pass through tiny vessels, increasing the chance of a clot. When your blood vessels become weak, often from years of high blood pressure or oxidative stress, they lose their elasticity. They can crack or burst under pressure, causing a hemorrhagic stroke. And when your blood pressure fluctuates wildly, from nitrates, medications, or sudden changes in diet, your brain can't adjust fast enough. The result is confusion, dizziness, or in severe cases, loss of consciousness. That's why the wrong vegetables, when combined with certain medications or kidney conditions, can quietly throw off that balance. Not because the vegetables themselves are bad, but because your body's chemistry has changed with time. Your liver metabolizes slower, your kidneys filter more cautiously, and your heart compensates with every beat. So what once nourished you in your 40s might now strain you in your 70s. But here's the key takeaway: you don't have to fear vegetables. You just need to eat smarter for your age, your medications, and your condition. When you understand your body's new limits, you protect your brain, your heart, and your peace of mind. Because awareness, not restriction, is what keeps you safe. The safe vegetable choices for seniors. Now that you know what to watch for, let's focus on what you can enjoy, safely, confidently, and deliciously. There are plenty of vegetables that support your circulation and heart health without placing any stress on your system. These are the quiet heroes of senior nutrition: gentle, hydrating, and nourishing. Let's start with romaine lettuce. It's light, crisp, and easy to digest. Unlike spinach, it's low in oxalates and nitrates, so it keeps your kidneys and blood pressure stable. Romaine also provides hydration and a soft dose of vitamin A and C, perfect for your immune system and vision. Next, cucumbers. Cucumbers are nature's cooling agents. With over 90% water, they hydrate your body from the inside out, helping your blood stay fluid and balanced. They also support digestion and help flush toxins gently without overworking your kidneys. Then we have zucchini. This soft, versatile vegetable is easy on the stomach, rich in potassium but not excessive, and packed with antioxidants that protect your blood vessels. It supports healthy bowel movement and keeps your body light and energized after meals. Cabbage comes next, a humble, powerful vegetable that many overlook. It's low in oxalates, gentle on the liver, and supports circulation by naturally balancing cholesterol. Whether boiled, steamed, or added to soup, it keeps your arteries flexible and your heart strong. Don't forget green beans. They're full of fiber, which helps control blood sugar and cholesterol, and they have a mild potassium profile, enough to help muscle function without stressing the kidneys. And finally, bell peppers. These colorful vegetables are rich in vitamin C, a nutrient essential for blood vessel repair and immune strength. They brighten your plate and your health without any of the hidden risks found in high-oxalate greens. Each of these vegetables brings gentle nourishment. They hydrate, stabilize, and balance your system, supporting your heart without overwhelming it. You see, the goal isn't to live in fear of food. It's to fine-tune your diet so your body feels balanced, not burdened. Because once your diet matches your body's rhythm, everything begins to improve: your energy levels, your clarity, your sleep, and even your mood. It's not about cutting out everything you used to love. It's about finding new favorites that work in harmony with who you are today. Remember this truth: aging isn't a punishment, it's an evolution. And your diet should evolve with you. So instead of saying, "I can't eat that anymore," start saying, "I choose what helps me feel stronger." That small change in mindset can add years, not just to your life but to your quality of life. Your plate doesn't have to shrink with age. It just needs to shift toward gentler colors, smoother textures, and ingredients that make your body thank you quietly after every meal. How to eat vegetables the smart senior way. Now that you know which vegetables support your health, and which ones need a little more caution, let's talk about how to eat the smart senior way. This isn't about complicated diets or giving up the foods you love. It's about small, steady habits that make a big difference over time. First, portion control. If you enjoy spinach, beets, or kale, you don't have to give them up completely. Just eat them in smaller portions and not every day. Think of them as once-in-a-while helpers, not daily staples. Your body needs variety, and too much of even a good thing can become harmful over time. Next, how you prepare them matters. Try steaming or lightly cooking your vegetables instead of eating them raw or blending them in smoothies. This simple change reduces oxalate and nitrate content dramatically. It also makes digestion easier and helps your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. Another powerful habit: rotate your greens weekly. Don't stick to just one type of vegetable every single day. Mix it up. One week, enjoy cucumbers and romaine. The next, switch to cabbage and zucchini. This rotation keeps your nutrient intake balanced and prevents overload of any single compound. Hydration is another quiet hero. Your kidneys rely on water to flush out excess salts, oxalates, and waste. If you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood thickens, your pressure can rise, and those harmful compounds build up. So drink water throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. Think of each sip as helping your heart breathe easier. And finally, keep a small food diary. It doesn't have to be fancy, just jot down what you eat and how you feel afterward. If you notice dizziness, fatigue, swelling, or irregular heartbeat after certain meals, that's your body whispering to you. Listen to it. Your body has wisdom, and it speaks in sensations long before it speaks in pain. And please, if you're on medications for blood pressure, diabetes, or heart rhythm, always talk to your doctor before making big diet changes. Some vegetables can interact with medications in subtle ways, and your doctor can help you adjust safely. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about partnership between you, your plate, and your body. You've spent your whole life taking care of others. Now it's time to take care of yourself, one mindful meal at a time. The blood flow balancing meal routine. If you truly want to keep your circulation strong and your brain sharp, build your day around a gentle rhythm that supports your blood flow, from morning to night. Let's start with your morning. The moment you wake up, hydrate. A glass of warm water with a slice of lemon is a wonderful way to start the day. It wakes up your kidneys, helps your liver filter overnight toxins, and sets the tone for smooth circulation all day long. Then balance your breakfast. Instead of skipping meals or eating something too sugary, aim for a mix of fiber and protein. Oats, eggs, or yogurt paired with light fruits like apples or berries help regulate your blood sugar and give you lasting energy. When your blood sugar stays stable, your blood vessels stay calm. Now here's a golden rule many seniors overlook: timing matters. If you enjoy vegetables that are high in oxalates, like spinach or beet greens, eat them later in the day, never on an empty stomach. Pairing them with a bit of healthy fat or protein slows absorption and prevents sharp blood pressure or kidney reactions. And by the time evening comes, take a moment for what I call your body check. Ask yourself, do I feel lightheaded? Are my ankles swollen? Is my heartbeat steady? These little signs tell you exactly how your circulation is doing. When you notice early changes, you can respond before problems grow. Every habit you build today becomes protection for tomorrow. Because these routines don't just prevent strokes, they preserve your independence. They guard your clarity. They keep your confidence alive. When your blood flows freely, your mind stays clear. Your energy stays gentle but steady. You sleep deeper. You wake up lighter. And perhaps the most beautiful part, you begin to feel in control again. Not ruled by fear, not confused by information overload, but guided by simple, wise routines that keep you safe and strong. You've earned the right to feel well. You've earned the right to live with peace, not worry. At 60 and beyond, your body isn't betraying you, it's simply speaking a different language. And it deserves understanding, not assumptions. For years, you've believed that every vegetable on your plate was your shield, your silent soldier against disease. But as time changes your heartbeat, your muscles, your circulation, even the foods that once healed you can begin to harm you if you're not careful. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Because awareness is power, and in this stage of life, power doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing right. You see, your body now asks for balance, not extremes. It asks for gentleness, not overload. And once you start listening, everything begins to change. Your blood pressure steadies, your energy returns, your mind clears, and your confidence quietly rises again. The truth is, knowledge is medicine. And the small, wise choices you make every day, even something as simple as the greens on your plate, are keeping your heart beating strong and your mind sharp. Because prevention isn't about pills. It's about patterns. It's about noticing what your body whispers before it ever has to shout. So tonight, when you sit down to eat, pause for a moment. Look at your plate and remember, what nourishes you at this age isn't about following trends. It's about following wisdom. And maybe, just maybe, that small change, switching from spinach to romaine or steaming instead of blending, could be the reason your brain stays clear and your heart keeps its rhythm for years to come. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these vegetables surprised you the most? Was there something you've been eating every day that you never realized could strain your heart or kidneys? Share it in the comments, because your experience, your small discovery could save another senior's life. You're not just part of this channel, you're part of a growing community of wise, health-conscious seniors who refuse to grow old in silence. Together we're rewriting what aging looks like. Here at Elderly Advice for Life, we share doctor-backed, heart-conscious, and soul-strengthening tips to help you live longer, stronger, and wiser. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell, because the next video might just reveal another healthy habit that's secretly aging your heart or weakening your circulation without you even knowing. stay curious, stay kind to your body. And remember this, aging isn't decline, it's refinement. It's the stage of life where wisdom meets self-care, where strength turns quiet but deeper, and where every year ahead can truly become your strongest yet. You've earned the right to live with peace, clarity, and vitality, and that begins with one thing: awareness. From all of us at Elderly Advice for Life, take care of your heart, take care of your plate, and take care of you. Because your best years are still waiting to be lived. And that peace begins with what you put on your plate, one choice at a time.